The search for the next Rangers manager was already intense, a high-stakes decision looming large over Ibrox, with fans, pundits and former players all weighing in on who should take the reins. Names were being discussed, interviews lined up, and a clear favourite seemed to be emerging. But now, in a dramatic and unexpected turn, everything has changed. A sudden twist behind the scenes has thrown the entire process wide open. One name has surged into contention, disrupting the narrative and catching even the most well-informed observers off guard. It's a move that could redefine the direction of the club, and the pressure to get it right has never been higher. So what's really going on at Rangers? Who's making moves in the background? And why has this latest development turned heads across Scottish football? Let's break it all down, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video. So be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Cyriel Dessers insists he is happy at Rangers as he addressed speculation over his future. The much maligned hitman ended last season with 29 goals despite frustrating with his all-round play, and missed chances to score even more. It has still been one school of thought that Rangers could cash in and replace the Nigerian with a more rounded striker, especially as there always seems to be interest in Dessers. Talk around a potential exit for the 30-year-old wouldn't go away in January, and there appears to be further interest for the summer window, reports linking him with the likes of Olympiacos and AEK Athens in the Greek Super League. Dessers is contracted until 2027 and says he would be more than happy to see that out, hinting the rumours about a move to Greece may be just that, rumours. Speaking to Sports Boom, he said, "I still have 2 years left on my contract with Rangers. It's a fantastic club, and I'm happy there. When you score that number of goals, it's normal for other teams to show interest. I've seen the links with Olympiacos, but I don't know anything specific about that. These kinds of rumours are normal, but for now, I'm staying focused and looking forward to enjoying my holiday in a few weeks." Dessers admits it was a disappointment for his club not to pick up any silverware last season, but feels he can be happy about his campaign from an individual point of view. He added, "From a team perspective, at Rangers, we needed to win a big trophy. Unfortunately, we didn't achieve that last season. That was disappointing. But on a personal level, I scored 30 goals, and I can be proud of that. Philippe Clement is a good coach. We started the season with him, and later Barry Ferguson came in as caretaker manager. It's never easy to take over a team in the middle of a challenging season, but Barry worked hard to turn things around and get everyone on the same page. We had some positive moments, especially in the Europa League, where we won 2 good games against Fenerbahce, a very strong team coached by Jose Mourinho. So there were definitely things to be grateful for. Now, in a shocking Rangers manager twist, Rangers have held discussions with former Ajax coach Francesco Farioli over the Ibrox manager's post. The 36-year-old Italian resigned from the Dutch Giants after an end-of-season collapse, saw a 9-point lead whittled away, PSV Eindhoven claiming the Eredivisie crown. Despite dragging the former European champions up from a 5th place finish and securing Champions League football, an emotional Farioli quit blaming a difference in visions and timeframes from the Ajax board. Technical director Alex Kroes branded his departure incredibly disappointing. Farioli spoke to Rangers before the appointment of Michael Beale in November 2022. And as the club continue the search for a permanent successor to Philippe Clement, Herald Sport understands that the former Nice and Alanyaspor coach was sounded out again last week. Linked with the Roma and Atalanta jobs back in his native land, the former goalkeeping coach, a graduate in philosophy and sports science, regards former Brighton boss Roberto De Zerbi as his coach mentor and claims his next role will focus on how things are done. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumours, he said. But I do want to get back into coaching. Just like it was with Ajax, I don't care about the brand or the size of the club. What matters to me is how things are done, and last summer, Ajax was exactly what I was looking for. It was the right step for my career, and now we'll see what comes next. We'll see if and when that opportunity arrives. I'm a very demanding person. Before I join a club, I lay all my strengths and weaknesses on the table. Demanding is probably the best word to describe me. I want to find a club that's willing to fight alongside me. Speculation over the Rangers' role has centred so far on Davide Ancelotti, Steven Gerrard and Russell Martin. The club have also spoken to former Feyenoord boss Brian Prisk. Former Ibrox chairman Dave King believes Gerrard is the obvious choice to return to the club he managed between 2018 and 2021, claiming he has unfinished business in Glasgow. Despite King's endorsement, the Liverpool legend is reported to be on the cusp of bowing out of the race after making a lifestyle choice to remain in the Middle East for another year. Chief Executive Patrick Stewart is leading the search for a new manager, with Sporting Director Kevin Thelwell and Greta Steinson of the San Francisco 49ers whittling through the list of available candidates. In other news, Dave King says the way Rangers players performed under Barry Ferguson was really disappointing. The major shareholder had no issues with how the club legend carried himself in the dugout though, and was indeed pleased to see the levels of passion put on display by Ferguson. Unfortunately, in King's eyes, the players didn't show such enthusiasm for their job. It was actually heartwarming to see someone on the sidelines that really was emotional and passionate, he told the media. You could just see in his face how much he wanted it. I was just delighted to see the way he went about it and just how important it obviously was to him to do well. It wasn't just because he might have a shot at getting the job, you could just see his passion for the club and the standards he set. Unfortunately, the squad let him down. As much as we'd probably all accept the fact that the quality of the squad has gone down, they're still better than they produced. They should be better than they were. Once you cross that white line and you're playing for the fans, I just think every player should be playing at his best. It doesn't always happen, but the team just looked like they were trying sometimes. It was really disappointing. But I'd say I was heartened to at least see the level of passion and almost hurt in Barry's face at the way they were performing on the day. It came down to a lack of backbone, I think, and just them not trying their heart out. It was confirmed shortly after his interim spell at the helm that Ferguson wouldn't be getting the permanent Rangers gig. Finally, Mark Warburton has warned Davide Ancelotti of the step up in pressure and expectation should he take the Rangers job. Warburton, who was in charge at Ibrox between 2015 and 2017, thinks becoming a number one would be quite the jump. It would be a big job for him, he said. Full respect in terms of where he's worked, the type of games he's been involved in with his father, who's one of the best of all time. It's very different being number one. There's no lack of respect on my part, but just an appreciation of the number one job at Ibrox. It's a very demanding crowd, which is fantastic. A huge history. It's a big step up to that number one role. I'm sure he'll find that very challenging. When I went there, David Weir made me very aware of the expectation. To go in there, you have to understand the public demand for success. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.